Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to check out the Bastian Magicka damage dealer build. This companion will launch with the Blackwood chapter. You can also find the builds on alcasthq.com. Up here, companions are under Blackwood, Magicka, stamina, healer, and tank. Setups, it's all here with tooltips as well. On ESO-hub.com, there's a companion section which showcases all the skill lines and guides. When you look here, you can see every skill, as well as a full guide on like where you can unlock skill lines, where you can get gear, and so on. The gear functions a little bit different to player gear. Like it's simplified. So for example, I have aggressive trait on all my pieces here, just to increase my damage as high as possible. This gear drops from world bosses or bosses in general. There is like 9 different traits, so you really need to get lucky to get the right traits and gear. So it might take a while, but it's not the world's end if you don't have the correct gear. I do recommend 5 light, 2 medium. We need 5 light because we want this skill. That's the only reason. And then we have 2 medium. The reason why that is because medium armor gives a bigger damage boost. Increases damage done by 1% for each piece of medium armor. Light armor increases healing and done by 1% and decreases the cooldown of break free. So we just want to get a little bit more extra damage. So technically, if you don't use this skill, you could use 7 medium armor on the Magicka setup. A little bit confusing because that's not how it works on player builds. But they went that route, I don't know why. Anyway, skills. Elemental Barricade. This is part of the weapon skill and destruction stuff. Kind of like the Blockade. Then we have Crack Smash, which is like Stone Fist. This one has 8 seconds cooldown, this one has 8 seconds cooldown. You can find this one here. Then we have Starfall. It's the Meteor ability, which deals great damage and only has 8-second cooldown as well. This one can be found in the Mage skill, up here. And then Destructive Blast. Sorry. Also ranged ability, 16 seconds cooldown. And if you have a Shock Staff, it stuns. It deals AoE damage, sorry. And then we have Haste, which basically resets all the cooldowns, which is nice to have. And the ultimate Unleashed Rage, which not that helpful as a ranged setup because it's centered around him. Anyway, let's go find the Oblivion Portal. So let's see how Bastian holds up in the Oblivion Portal. Like always, companions are mostly meant for normal content, so this here is already kind of pushing it. The meteors that rain down is from Bastian, by the way. He also has a shock blockade, as you can see. So he does fairly good damage, actually. The main issues with the companions right now, at least here on the public test server, is often that they just die fairly fast. But him being a ranged damage dealer solves a lot of the issues. So he doesn't stand in too much stupid. That's why I prefer to always play them with a ranged setup. Let's keep moving. God, these negates in here. So you can see, because we have this ability that resets his cooldowns. Okay, now he got stuck. Sometimes there's line of sight issues. He couldn't cast his meteor. Because now, like, all the cooldowns are slowly resetting, and by the time we engage the next fight, he will be able to use the ability again, which, once he used all his skills, he can reset them immediately. So you can pretty much spam abilities, that's what I'm trying to say. So we don't really have to wait for him for his cooldowns. Shit, that was too soon, lol. So yeah, that's every time here, every time. Oh, he actually dodge rolled out. That was close. I used Zap Essence to heal him a little bit. It actually saved his ass. But yeah, it should, like... He stood for too long in that fire AoE. I wish the companions would move around a little bit more, so they don't stand in stupid. They do dodge roll heavy attacks, or even block heavy attacks. But moving out of AoEs is not their speciality yet. But that might come later on, we will see. I'm sure they will improve them over time. You can find the build that I'm using here for the Magicka Nightblade on alcasthq as well. It's pretty much the solo build. The solo Magicka Nightblade build that I'm running. I'm a little bit jealous of Bastian here, or like the Magicka companions in general. Because they can spam Shooting Star pretty much. Boom! Not bad. Wait, where was that blow? Always a good old dodge roll. Do not take any damage at all. Yeah. And in case of doubt, just shield up. Whoa, that guy got deleted. Mother of God. Yeah, shit. I shouldn't have dumped my ulti there. Oh, I missed. Bastian, no! Now of course we could assign a heal or something to him, right? And you're not really supposed to solo this. Like if you had a healer, he would actually get healed, no problemo. Still alive though, surprisingly. Oh. Okay, he survived. Come on, come on. Be back. Good job. Yeah, of course we could assign like a heal or something to him, but the problem is like the companion heals have a fairly long cooldown. That's why I usually don't do it. But if you're in a group in here and you have a healer, then he would have had full health almost all the time. Let's get out of this hellhole. So overall, I do like this Magicka setup, ranged spec, of course. To give you a good idea of, like, Crack Smash, this is a physical ability, but it doesn't matter, like, whether you do physical or magic. Starfall, 11k damage when we compare this to my funnel health, which has like 8k. It's a lot of damage. But you have to keep in mind that these things do have a cooldown. But with haste, the cooldown almost gets reduced. Like, it gets reduced a lot, so it is very helpful. So I do like this setup a lot. Like I mentioned before, links in the description below. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Cheers.